This is Freedom Friday. And for me, being retired, every day's a freedom day, but particularly Friday because everyone else, I feel the energy of everyone else being excited because it's Friday. It's their end of their work period. It's their time for they're looking forward to going out and do stuff. I wanted to talk to you for a minute about Freedom Friday, but since I'm retired, every day's a freedom day for me. Now, it didn't used to be because I was really concerned about how well my money is going to stretch. And when I first retired, I was used to working all the time, and so that took some adjustment. Now, I don't know if you're retired or wanting to retire or looking at retirement or have already retired a long time ago and are gotten used to the swing of it. But when I first retired, because I'm so used to working so hard, it was I always had to go do something. I retired to do my own programs and my own courses and my own mentoring. And so I just worked for some money, but not enough to offset the bundle of money I had to retire on. So as the years passed, the money passed, kept going down and down and down. Now I kept learning, I kept growing of how to be me and how to show up as true, authentic me, being an introvert and being an empathic person, super sensitive. I don't know if any of you are that way. So when I would go out into the corporate world and deal with all the male energy, and it's nothing wrong with male energy, but it can be overwhelming for someone that's not mature enough and been through enough life experiences to not let it affect you. And even at that, it can still affect you and push you back. Retirement is a beautiful, precious thing when you don't have to stress out about your income. Or you don't have to stress out about, this is it. This is my packet of money, my little bag of money, and it's kind of like when you do something, you're dropping breadcrumbs along the way. This breadcrumb and this breadcrumb and this breadcrumb, and your little packet of money gets slower and slower and slower. It's like Jack and the Beanstalk. Let's go to Jack and the Beanstalk. What do you think? So Jack and the Beanstalk traded his cow, which gave him milk all the time, gave him cheese all the time, gave him everything they needed, basically, for a bag of beans. Now, how does that equate to us and looking at retirement? I don't know. I got into the story. I got to see if I can figure out a way to get out of it. Can you help me? How do you think it relates to us? And if you're looking at retirement. So you come away from retirement. Let me hear from you. Let me hear. One, are you wanting to retire? You're at that still job grind and you really can't wait to retire. Or two, you've retired and you're like, yeah, yippee, I'm retired. Now, what do I do now? Or you're one of those that's retired with a nice padding of money and are traveling everywhere with your family, with your spouse, doing everything you want to do. And money still's coming in for you somewhere, somehow. I'm not one of those lucky ones. And if you're one of those lucky ones, I so love you. That's wonderful. But if you need to be one of those lucky ones, you have to figure out a way where you can continue to make income without you working all the time. So that takes some adjustment when you're used to really, really, really working hard. It takes some adjustment to know you can actually make a really good 6 and 7 figure income pretty quickly by working 2 hours a day. Now that's a what? What are you saying? That makes no sense at all. Well, at first it doesn't. Until you start, we got cats in the kitchen, just jumping all over the place. Until you start going through the training, going through the learning, following the guidelines step by step. Do this, do that, do this. If you do this, you'll end up with this. If you do this, you'll end up with, if you don't do this, good luck to you. back where I was, retired and all my money went away. So I'm excited, really excited that I'm doing this program now. And I just need to get in here and talk to you guys because it's scary at first. It was really scary for me at first. It's like I spent so much money on so many different things. I was so looking forward to retirement. I couldn't wait to leave corporate. I couldn't wait to come home. And if I wanted to sleep late, I could. If I wanted to get up at 9 o'clock and go to an exercise program, I could instead of being at my desk. If I wanted to get in the car and go drive, I live in Texas, up Texas 5 hours and go visit a friend of mine, I could do that without scheduling that on a weekend. So there's so many things I was thrilled I could do. I just didn't realize that my plan to make an income so I could continue to do that had holes in it. It was a really pretty faulty plan. So it's kind of like, I'm so glad that finally I paid attention and looked at this Legacy Builder program because I have so many courses and classes and programs that I've already created and are just sitting there in the vault, not being used. One of the first things I learned about in this program was that not only do you have done for you products that you can start to have available for anybody who wants to purchase them right away, which starts making your income, but you can add your own products. There's teachings in here that teach you how to build your course, how to do your product, how to market yourself, how to handle your email workflow for your own stuff.